Kudus.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host, Sellssi. News breaking right now is that Kudus Mohammed has joined the Ghana Black Stars camp. The Ghanaian, yesterday I brought you my story on him and talked about Kudus' update after the Ghana Black Stars versus Namibia game. Coach Chris Hughton confirmed that Kudus Mohammed will be joining the camp today. He just landed in Kumasi with a physio from West Ham United, as you can see on your screen right now. Kudus Mohammed being cautiously treated and eased back into the team. But what I spoke about yesterday that got a lot of you unhappy and angry about Kudus Mohammed missing the Afcon came true. Well, partly because he's facing race against time to become fit for the opening game versus Cape Verde. I'll bring you the details today and possible replacements for Kudus Mohammed. And my opinion, I'll ask you, should he be risked if he is not 100%? We'll look at all that today. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. We'll be at the African Cup of Nations and providing you with amazing updates on the channel here. Subscribe, share our links, and follow us on all our social media platforms. Hara Football on X, formerly Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram as well. Snippets of the African Cup of Nations, the 34th edition, will be on all our platforms. Be sure to follow us and get informed and updated. We'll jump right into it and first talk about Kudus Mohammed. The Ghanaian, yesterday I brought you an update on him from the FA. The official communication said that Kudus had a strain, and that strain meant that he would be monitored closely. West Ham physio traveled with him here, as you saw in that video and can see here as well, into Kumasi, where he is going to join the rest of the players. Tomorrow, they will head into Abidjan for that opening game. But the news that I brought you yesterday about him possibly missing out on the African Cup of Nations is partly true now, because he's facing a race against time to be fit for the opening game versus Cape Verde. And I've said it already here on the channel. Yesterday I said it. Kudus should not be risked if he is not 100%. It would be to our detriment. But Kudus' hamstring injury is what it has been called now, from a strain, from he needs rest to a strain to a hamstring injury. You see why I was saying that it's looking like what happened in Cameroon. I was there and I saw things myself. The stories kept on changing, and this looked like something similar to it. That's why I called it that he could possibly not be 100% for the African Cup of Nations. Now, the hamstring injury is now being called could be worse than initially reported, with Ghana at risk of missing, with the Ghanaian Kudus at risk of missing the opening game against Cape Verde on Sunday. Now, the 23-year-old felt tightness in his hamstring after West Ham's 2-0 win over Arsenal at the Emirates. West Ham assessed the player and informed the GFA of the injury, which Chris Hughton confirmed in the press conference in his squad announcement on New Year's Day. The forward was expected to join his teammates last week, but has been delayed as he will need around 5 to 6 days more to be fully fit. He's in Ghana with physiotherapists working around the clock to help the former Ajax player recover in time. He will join Ghana's team. Today he has joined them before they depart tomorrow, Wednesday, for Abidjan. He will join them. He has joined them. He's in Kumasi currently. It remains to be seen whether Chris Hughton might want to risk Kudus in the first game against Cape Verde, given he is not 100% fit after missing a chunk of the camp in training camp and the friendly against Namibia. Kudus missed the 2021 Afcon due to a rib fracture and is eager to make his debut in the competition for the Black Stars. Yeah, and that's quite interesting. Kudus has never played as the African Cup of Nations. 2021 was supposed to be his maiden edition, but it did not happen because of that injury he suffered with Ajax at the time, and now another injury with West Ham United. We wish him a speedy recovery. Hope he gets better. During his time at Ajax, he suffered a hamstring in April 2023 that kept him out for 4 games Ghana in Group B, Egypt, Cape Verde, Mozambique are opponents. And I have always said it, a half-fit Kudus Mohammed is not worth the risk. And I'll keep saying it. It's not worth the risk. The guy is not 100%. What if he exacerbates that injury and both club and country lose him for a longer period? It is just not worth it. And we need to build our team for the upcoming games without him. I'm seeing that probably those 5 to 6 extra days he needs to get fit to play for Ghana in the Afcon might not even be enough. I just feel he might not be there yet to join the Ghana national team, and we shouldn't risk him whatsoever. Yes, Kudus is one of those players who probably are irreplaceable in terms of their quality, their ingenuity, their creativity, and what they bring onto the field. Let's not try to replace him, as in replace him man for man or ability for ability, because there's no one like Kudus Mohammed. In all honesty, there's no one like him. He's one in a million, as are other players in the team. So probably a change in system, a change in how what we used to do with Kudus Mohammed can be done with other players, playing to other players' strength. Majid Ashimeru has shown how he can press the ball and start attacks. We can use that. Ransford Yeboah connects Stoffer yesterday, playing behind the striker, showed us a side of him we had not seen, probably because we have not been playing him or starting him. His first start was yesterday. There are other players in the team that need to be given the confidence that they can do it. They need to be trusted with a responsibility here. And in the absence of Kudus Mohammed, yes, he's a talisman for Ghana. I don't think he's worth the risk if he is not 100% cleared, and I don't think it will be. I asked a friend of mine in the field when it was a strain at the time. It's going to really take a while for him to get back in. And now it's a hamstring injury, tightness in the hamstring. I don't know. I don't think he will be 100% for this game versus Cape Verde. And I don't think he's worth the risk. Let's build a team around other players, play to other players' strength. Yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, looking at yesterday's game, it doesn't look promising. But if you look at the second half of yesterday, Coach Chris Hughton being quite adamant, should start the second half team, as was the case versus Madagascar. We were struggling until players like Ashimeru Painsil, Osman Bukari came in the second half and changed things and got us the win. We went into Comoros and Chris Hughton decided to go back to the first half team that was so lethargic and poor in the first half. He has to really try not to start games slowly, because at a tournament like at the African Cup of Nations, you'll be punished and there'll be no way back. We were punished versus Comoros and there was no way back. But there is an issue with the goalkeepers. Who do you think should be Ghana's number one goalkeeper heading into the African Cup of Nations? Yesterday, he used Loris Atizigi and Richard Ofori. Joe Alcott was not getting a shout in. Walcott was our 2021 Afcon, and it was one he would want to forget pretty quickly. But which of our goalkeepers do you think Chris Hughton should start in the game versus Cape Verde? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments box. I've been talking about Kudus Mohammed arrival in Kumasi. He has joined his teammates ahead of the all-important Afcon opener versus Cape Verde. He's not 100%, escorted by West Ham physiotherapists, monitoring him closely. He has a hamstring injury, which is worse than initially reported. He's being monitored closely, and we'll see how he goes. And it's nip and tuck at this point. We have to be really careful not to aggravate an injury for the Ghanaian. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great week.